Hey guys, Cristo Gomez here on discussion board number 4. So in this discussion board, we're supposed to talk about the ethos approach to somebody that has all top 3 qualities that they're looking for, or that the professor is looking for. So the first thing I thought about was actually a friend of mine. Wilfredo is his name. We call him Will. And so, one of the things that Aristotle explains is quality of intelligence, your character, and your goodwill, of course. And one of the things that Will has was that when I first met him, he was very reserved, very quiet, just kept to himself. A former Marine. He kind of walked with a little bit of a limp, so he didn't really talk much and never really told us, you know, I walk with a limp because of XYZ happened to me. He was never really the attention type of the grabbing guy that, you would expect in somebody that, has medals and whatnot. Anyhow, sorry, I digress a little bit. But so when I first started speaking with Will, my first assumption was, okay, this guy is quiet, he's humble, very nice, well spoken, but he's really not like too savvy with outside of the Marine Corps, outside of the military world. He was kind of, always referred back to his old days. That was until, tax season came around, and he started speaking about finances, and he started talking about investments and money, dividends, real estate investment trusts. He started a number of things, and so I started prodding at him, and I started poking and asking him a lot of questions that initially I did research on, but really didn't understand 100%. And so I asked him, and he knew it, and he explained it clearly. Um, Really, really great insight on the world of investing, and I never thought that he would be connected to that type of world. And so when I started asking him more, it became apparent that he was actually very, very, very well versed in this subject. And so I consider that intelligent in that aspect, because a lot of people want to know about money and how to invest and how to make money. And because of that, I haven't made a ton of money from his advice, but I've made money, and I've opened doors to other possible opportunities. The next thing is his character. His character is just one of just somebody that's really humble, somebody that's really straightforward, really helpful, and really willing to lend a hand and really help you that extra mile without asking for anything in return. And so the character with Will goes hand in hand with his goodwill. So I'll give you a brief example of how he has great character, goodwill, and obviously the intelligence. But essentially, what happened is one morning we were at work, and he said, "Let's go get some breakfast." So we went to go get breakfast, and we ate our breakfast. We sat there and chatted for a little bit, and then as we left, he said, "Oh, because this was right across the street from our dealership where we were working at, and before we actually crossed the street to get back to work, he said, "Hang on one second, let's go to this store real quick, and I need to grab something." And so we walked to the store. I think it was like a food for less store or something like that. And when we were inside the store, he was grabbing a whole bunch of miscellaneous things that didn't make sense to me. Um, Food, toothpaste, toothbrush, a backpack, socks, water, snacks, everything. And so I was like, what the heck? This guy's going on a little mini camping trip or something by himself. But that wasn't the case. He actually put everything in that backpack, and as we were walking back to work, he handed that backpack to a homeless man that was sitting at the edge of the restaurant, which was amazing to me because he never mentioned anything. He simply handed the man the backpack and said, "Here you go. Have a nice day, sir. This is for you." And I looked at him kind of astonished and kind of confused for a second, and then he never brought it back up, never said anything. And a few weeks later, I would say, "Hey, man, that was really awesome what you did," and I felt inspired by that, and so I did that myself too a couple of times already. But that's just an example of somebody that I think possesses all three of the ethos qualities. That was my post. Thank you, guys.